Accident, terrible accident. What's up, y'all? This is Armand checking in for E equals MCU. It is bright and early in the morning, and I'm doing this a little early because yesterday the the final Doomsday trailer dropped officially, and we got a message from the Russo brothers, saying that they're not trailers, they're not teasers, they're actually clues. And I wanted to put forth my theory on what those clues are and what they mean. But also, I've seen a lot of people saying they've solved the Doomsday clock, and I have a idea, and this might just be fan, fiction or whatnot, or fan, hopes. But I have a fingers crossed. But I have a thought on what they may do. But anyways, I think the teasers, the one thing that they all have in common and what they're kind of hinting at here, it's the children. For some reason, somehow, some way, Doom is going after the kids. You saw him at the post-credit scene with Franklin. You see that Steve Rogers has a baby. You see that Cyclops is going. He's crashing out, and the only thing that makes Cyclops crash out is Jean. And potentially what they may have been doing, or you got to understand, because this is a multiverse, James Marsden, and if they get another Jean, or if she's already dead, or whatever's going on, they're going to be older. So maybe Famke. There was reports that Famke Janssen is in the movie. It's Cable. Now, I saw somebody theorize the question of that is she the Goblin Queen like in X-Men 97, and where that's the reason why we get Cable, and Cable's the one that's being taken by Doom, in which case that would be a perfect setup multiversely maybe for Sinister. Because like, how Sinister gonna just sit back and watch Dr. Doom do anything with the Summers family? Because I feel like that's what would make villains fight, is because he's like, nah, this is my thing. I do the Summers. You go do somebody else. So I could definitely see Dr. Doom and Sinister. Not in the movie, they probably wouldn't do that, but it's just funny to me that if that's the case, I would love to see Sinister's reaction as like a post-credit scene to set up the X-Men movie, since supposedly they're doing Sinister as the first villain. So anyways, but you got that. And then one thing that Shuri said in her video was she lost everybody that she ever loved, that ever meant anything to her. And those are big words, but we already know she lost her brother, she lost her father, and she lost her mother. But they don't hint at or really say she did have a nephew in Toussaint and in Nakia, and I wonder if Doom did something to them or took them as well. Now we know Thor has love. Maybe she was taken as well. To be fair, there are a lot of children now in the MCU. And they are talking about doing the Children's Crusade for, I don't know if that's going to be for Disney Plus or for, and I'm sure it won't be a movie, but they are saying that Wanda is getting her own movie, and maybe the Children's Crusade, which I would say, especially in the Mutant Saga, if that's what you're doing next, I think that's what they're calling it. Yeah, Wanda deserves, she's graduated, bro. Like, she deserves her own movie. I've said this before. She deserves her own movie. We definitely got to get this Tommy Billy thing going and everything, and they got to get the champions on the board, which would make sense to happen after Secret Wars. So it is what it is. I mean, they won't be young Avengers anymore. They'll be like mid-age Avengers, but whatever. So that's what I think is going on. That's what I think that Dr. Doom is doing. I mean, it's gonna be interesting. He's messing with a lot of different things. There's a lot of stuff going on. And then as far as for my theory for what is actually happening with this Doomsday countdown clock. Now, they've been shooting this movie for a while. Okay? They wanted to give themselves extra time to make sure they got everything done with the movie. And I suspect, and I need to go and check Disney's release schedule. I think they might push this movie up. It is better to have it as a surprise. It's better to have it as a surprise for people than to say something too soon. I think the Doomsday Clock they might drop a trailer, and then like the Doomsday Clock, the months and everything might go down even further as to say Doomsday is coming sooner than you think because whatever reason. Like they could definitely spin that in marketing. So that's my theory. That's fingers crossed. I'm thinking May. I'm thinking it might come in May because I heard that one of the earlier versions that someone saw said that Doomsday was only 6 months away. One of the first trailers they saw, so that's what I'm thinking is gonna happen. You let me know down in the comment section if you agree. Peace.